Hey, good morning everybody. Steven here, and on this episode of Coach's Car Ride, we're going to be talking about the best ways to recover. Hey everybody, welcome back. On this week's episode of Coach's Car Ride, as I said, we are going to talk about the best ways to recover. Right now, I am just on my way through downtown Hamilton to pick up my buddy Spencer as we head to ALP Fitness and get in some training. And about training and about my most requested topic of the week, all three of you have sent me messages and emails about what's the best way to recover. So what I like about all your emails that you keep sending me is that, hey Steve, does this work? Hey Steve, what about that? And no, what's fantastic about the fitness industry is that there is so much that we don't know, and it's growing so fast. And like most things in the gym, the science kind of is behind what's going on. Or gym. So many times we realize, hey look, this works, and we've been doing it for a while, and then we just kind of have the evidence to support what we've already been doing. Or in like my first example I'll give you, it's something we've been doing that's widespread throughout just about every single strength and conditioning program, and then we find out it doesn't really work. So question this week, as I mentioned, what's the best way to recover? So this is found in every single NCAA program. This is found in probably every single NBA, NFL, NHL program as well, and I am talking about the dreaded ice bath or your whirlpools. So the idea here is cold water immersion. Does that work for recovery? And unfortunately, the new and emerging evidence regarding cold water submersion is that it doesn't work. So it's not so much that it doesn't work. Okay, so this is why. When you first get in the ice bath, yes, it is cold. Yes, it does feel good. Yes, it does feel you recover quicker for that one session. But chronic ice bath use actually slows down your rate of muscle growth and strength development over time. So we don't necessarily need to ice bath anymore, at least chronically. Obviously there's stuff for acute injuries, soft tissue injuries like rice and ricer that do have their place, but only really for the first 24 to 48 hours tops. Even the doctor who coined the term ice bath, rice, has come out and said, maybe it's not the best for long-term inflammation management. So regardless, about inflammation, that's my little segue into my next one. Something that I've heard quite a bit about bodybuilders doing and athletes doing, especially those in pain. They're called NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So these are your aspirins, your Tylenols, and people use these when they have DOMS, so delayed onset muscle soreness. Now, should you be using NSAIDs for acute injuries and pain? Yes, you definitely can. But if we're talking about chronic use, like after every workout, your muscles are sore, your joints are sore, and you're taking these NSAIDs, then it is recommended that you do not do that, as this attenuates muscle strength and development. So you don't want to chronically take these anti-inflammatory drugs post-workout, as over time and with chronic use, it will be detrimental to your strength development and gains. Okay, so those are the first two I wanted to talk about. I know I mentioned I didn't want to talk about which ones don't work all the time, so let's spend some more time about what does work. Now, the number one thing that we need to do is your diet. You need to do all the little things right in order to be properly fueled and properly recovered. One of the main things is drinking enough water. Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sleep? How is your quality of sleep? Are you getting enough of your macronutrients? Are you eating enough protein, right? Proteins are the building blocks of our muscle. Whenever we work out or train, we break down our muscle and then we need to rebuild it. So are we consuming enough protein? So those are the main things that we need to make sure we're doing. And that's for your general population. that's when we have personal training clients coming in and they're really sore and all that sort of stuff. So we need to make sure that they're sleeping enough, that they're eating enough, and they're drinking enough water. Because remember, your body's made up of about 60% water, not 60% Diet Coke, not 60% coffee, although mine might be 60% water. So that's the first thing we need to do to make sure that we're recovering sufficiently enough. The next point I want to talk about, this is my favorite one. You see it at the beginning of all my workouts. I also do this at the end of all my workouts, and that is self-myofascial release. So this is foam rolling. I have that new Morph foam roller that fits in my bag quite perfectly, nice and thin. That's my only plug for the Morph foam roller today, but it's my favorite foam roller. So regardless, the reason I do it before and after my workout is before it actually acutely helps increase range of motion. This is something that we did when I was a strength and conditioning coach at York University. Before every workout, typically we had our athletes come in after a practice or shortly after a practice. So we'd get them, their body's already warmed, we'd get them foam rolling, then we'd go through a number of dynamic movements before we actually got under a barbell. So foam rolling before, because it helps kind of get your muscles warm and ready, gets your muscles warm and ready. And also, acutely increases your range of motion. And then post-workout, it's been proven that chronic use of your foam roller after that self-myofascial release actually helps prevent or shorten the duration of DOMS, that delayed onset muscle soreness. So those are the main ways that we can recover for our workout. So remember, if you are eating enough, sleeping enough, drinking enough, or not just eating enough, but eating properly, then these are things that we need to do in order to recover. And then obviously foam roll. I love my foam roller, so we got to foam roll all the time. But anyway, regardless, sorry, I feel like I'm rambling now, so I'm going to cut this video off. I'm almost at Spence's place, so hopefully you guys learned something today. And I will talk to you guys next time. And if you did learn something, don't forget to click that like, share, and subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.